All right, we got 9 minutes. Mad dash.
Really interesting. Wow. Yeah, really interesting how he considered the fold so heavily because people just under bluff in these $400 tournaments. It's really, really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, what are his bluffs? You know, like if we really think about it, like sure, ace high, like ace high has some showdown value if you had ace five, and when he raises the turn with maybe some backdoor diamond draw or something like that, and he actually gets called and on this kind of board, like what hands do you have that you're folding?
And it's gonna have some misdraws and things too. So I think calling is the only option myself. Let's see if Boogaloo got away from it. Ooh, call is 6.
So this is close between call.
Really interesting. So call is 6, raise is 7,500 is 10 points. And I'm going to say he said that because this is a very bad player. And so he thinks the very bad player is going to stack off here with worse queens a lot. I'm going to guarantee that's what he's going to say. Very interesting, though. I thought call for sure was the right answer. I never am in this spot. I don't know. Interesting spot, too. I think this is a little bit of a lesson for everyone out there, too. A lot of times, the hands we want to flow with, like this one, are better as raises. So this kind of falls in that category.
Yeah, and he was kind of an echo chamber for us there, saying, you know, we just get better hands to call and worse to fold. Yep. Like he's going to have some gut shots in his range. He's going to have spade draw. He's going to have king X. And we kind of know, I mean, we kind of identify kind of what cards are going to be bad for us on future streets. And we're aware how to proceed on those cards.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's a very good point, man. You right.
That was the best. You didn't say anything. You won. Just straight up.
You won. I'm just spewing.
All right, so ooh, look at this. You're not opening this. You just looked at this. You're not opening.
Button cut off, hijack, low jack, under the gun one. You are right.
Come on now. Okay. I am. So let's see if he.
He's got to open it, or there wouldn't be a hand.
It wouldn't
I'm
be a
already down on points.
You're already down on points in real life. Now, obviously, you're gonna cheat, but
I'm gonna evolve.
you're gonna adapt, right?
All right, let's play it.
I am going to cry if he says he's folding here. Like, if he's like, yeah, you should be folding this in this kind of tournament, and you were actually right. All right, cool.
Wah, wah. Ah! Yes! I just want to say for the record that this is the best 3-point score I've ever gotten in my life. Because the right answer was fold!
The right. But you heard what he said about the tables. This is a 3K.
Here comes the excuses. 10
The
points
excuses
fold.
to
It says
open
right
if your
here.
table is particularly tight and weak. Welcome to the $5 2K world. I mean, you know, the $11 10K. I'm opening this, yeah, for sure.
This is the best 3 points of my life.
Oh, that's hilarious. And everybody's 14.
Nailed it. What the hell kind of play is that from King Queen? Who does that?
What the hell? Yeah, so Mad Dog.
Jonathan Little's an absolute crusher, so it's nice to have him.
Yeah, I agree, and I
He's
always
just
love
coaching.
playing right after sessions like this because I feel like my brain's warmed up. I'm thinking through things, and so it's a good way to start your session for sure.
Right. All right, guys, this is it.
What's up, Mike? You want to give a gist? He was saying Narco Cop was playing about D-pipping about 28% of hands. He had been very aggressive in this $10 buy-in, and here are the options: to fold, to call, to raise to 1,200, raise to what? Wait a minute, he made it 800, and my man's giving options for 12 and 1,400 apples. So it's already getting kind of spicy. That's so nasty. To be on the site with these other crushers, you know, well-known poker public figures is pretty exciting, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I didn't mention that when I was kind of giving a little intro here too. You know, Assassinato, Matt Affleck, John Little, all coaches on the site, so very highly respectable, quality poker content.
Yep, Evan Jarvis as well. You know, remember Evan Jarvis, Matt Affleck, Assassinato, John Little.
Yeah, so I guess that just makes sense. He just have the ace of clubs in his hand. That's interesting, though. I
How
thought
many
that was
points you got?
interesting.
You didn't do that bad. 45.
I like how you just pat me on the back. You didn't do that bad. Well, yeah, good job, buddy. Like,
The back.
I remember I got the higher score in the first one. So, you know, we're 1 for 1, buddy.
I just want to know.
Calling, guys. Let's see if we're good.
Similar situation. That's pre-flop? I think pre.
All right, guys, we're checking, I guess. Oh, for fuck's sake.
One of the things I see people when it comes to poker is when people get to the turn and they get an opportunity.
When you're facing a min raise or just a touch more than a min raise, and there's an ante in play, which is going to be the case in most tournaments, I think, going forward, you want to defend pretty wide. If your opponent's making a 2.
All right, cool. You're going 1,400.
I'm going 1,400, guys.
I'm gonna go call with the arm and just see what happens.
All right, and
I would fold in game though, for the record, in case that's the winning it.
If you said fold here, then
You won. You win. I have to concede. You win.
14K.
14K, let's do it.
Well, no, we cannot win. This is a pretty rough spot because damn it.
Mm-hmm. Where do you gonna get my chat? They like naughty things. They like just beer, alcohol, you know.
All right, let's do I can do a $10 ACR giveaway.
A $10 ACR giveaway courtesy of my man Toe. For me beating that ass heads up in this. Sorry. No, we'll do this. We'll have to do it at least once a week, man. And then, you know, we'll do it every week a couple times.
So it's a tie.
I guess we got to give out $10 to each other's communities. We'll just do our own $10 free roll for each. Or does that sound fair?
Yes. You know what this means.
You win. I give his chat $10. Take it.
So that's cool because we have 2 ties and then a win from you and a win from me. This is like the epic battle. It's perfect. It's great.
Yeah, we're even Stevens.
This is awesome.
Take it.
I love it.
You know,
Stop. We got a giveaway going. Let's run the giveaway for the $10 ACR winner. Closing the giveaway. Drawing the winner. My man Sebs are getting the $10 ACR giveaway for this one.
legends out there. Good morning, everybody. What's up, guys? I am excited about today's study session. How's everybody doing? What's up, Toe Nation? You guys,
hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Saturday session stream here. We're back. It's Saturday for the PokerCode.com study session stream. Exclamation point PC in my chat. Exclamation point PC in Six's chat. For you, get a link to sign up for free. You get 20 free quizzes, big blind charts for 100 blinds or more. There are homework assignments for you. If you sign up for the premium stuff, then you could get webinars. There's weekly webinars with a bunch of these coaches. You get live, personal, really close, and up close. You can ask them questions. It's great stuff. Today's guest, what was I going to say? Boss of the poker coaching community. Is that the word we're looking for? Runs the study streams over for the poker coaching community over there. Luis Philippe.
Hey, what's up, guys?
How you doing, man?
I'm pretty good. So yeah, basically I'm a poker coaching student, and I take care of the poker coaching study group. So we go hard 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We like to do hand reviews. We like to do GTO training, and that's pretty much it. That's what we do.
Yeah, Six and I were really impressed because Six and I do 3 or 4 days a week, 4 or 5 hours a day. We've been doing that for years together. And then we heard about this group, so we went to check it out. And we're like, oh shit, these guys are just like us.
Yeah.
That's 5 hours a day.
Yeah.
Work.
Yeah, we like it.
Yeah, it's been fun. I mean, I've been there. I probably spent 13, 14 hours there this week. Probably active like 10 or 12. And it's been good, man. I felt pretty sharp. I've enjoyed, seeing all the different methods. And, we break hands down, go really deep. So it's a lot of fun, man. And I really enjoyed it. And I've been impressed with a lot of the members out there as well that have been in the group. So it's been a good time, man. Yeah,
man. We have a lot of very, very good players that have like a very different view on the game and on how it should be played. And when it melts together, it's really good.
Yeah, Jellyfish guy who's in my chat right now joined you guys on Friday for the first time. And then he was in the stream I was doing last night, and he was talking about how Affleck jumped in, and you guys were doing whole turn reviews, and it was great. He really loved it. Really gave you a bunch of props.
Yeah. We did have a really good time last time. We were reviewing Gallon's run. I think he got, it was an 88 bucks on ACR where he got 7 or 8K second place, basically. So we had a really good time. And, Matt Affleck was coming by. We had Shandal. We had, I think you were there a few times this week, but not Friday. But we had a really, really good time, honestly. I'm really happy.
It's great.
That's fun.
It's great. Six and I, too, we love to see people who put in work, right? And I think a lot of people underestimate. That's one thing I think this stream kind of really opened the eyes to a lot of people that follow us is that, it's a lot of work just to be a decent mid-stakes reg.
Oh, yeah.
And so if you're willing to put in that work and live this life, we got nothing but respect for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Sixes, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How about yourself? One thing I've been wanting to ask, Luis, you want to tell the community a little bit about your background, kind of what you play now. I've seen that you won part of the staking opportunity and made a deep run in a live event. You want to talk about that a little bit, man?
Yeah, sure. Well, basically, I'd say I pretty much built my role from live cash games at the Montreal Casino and at the Playground Poker Club in Canada. Okay. So I've been playing a lot of 1-2 cash games, and I never really needed to move up because I could gather maybe 4 or 5 buy-ins per session. So when you it was good money. So that's basically where I built my role. And and I would then go online and try to sharpen my skills and play tournament MTTs and basically So I did win a staking opportunity for the WPT Montreal.
Okay.
So I went on and played and got first place. Basically for the I finished the day one first place. Okay. And then I went on a deep run. I think I won a few hundreds, maybe a few thousand. I don't really remember. But yeah, I won the poker coaching staking opportunity for the Montreal WPT for the WPT
day 3, right? I think it was day 3.
Sick, man.
I'm at the deep run. I don't really remember, but it was a pretty good one.
He's got so many of them. They all just kind of
oh, not that many, but yeah.
That's cool, man. That's a cool story. Yeah, I was just wondering because I think I had heard that and I was kind of wondering. But yeah, that's sweet, man. And man after my own heart, the live cash game grinder who, you know, just was crushing it and just like, I'm gonna just play some tournaments as well, and kind of fell in love with it and worked.
Well, the way I see the game, you know, the live games are kind of really, really soft, and online is a lot tougher, you know. So I like to sharpen my skills online. That's why I put a lot of volume online. I really, really like to play small and medium stakes online on Poker Stars, at GG Poker. You know, there's a whole lot of good sites out there that are offering good games. So yeah, I really like.
I mean, you play on all the sites too, because you were. I think you know what's funny? I was playing like 12 tables when you hit me up on Discord the other day. And I know that you got me somewhere. And so you must play on ACR, BetOnline, or Global, because I know you got me somewhere, but I didn't even see it happen. I was 12 table in.
Yeah, the sites that I like the most to play on right now, GG Poker, I think is one of the biggest room right now. They offer really, really good guarantees. It's a good room. And then, you know, the PokerStars.com is really like the main site with the biggest guarantee. But right now, these two sites are like really like toe to toe. I guess the games are very good on both sides.
Yeah.
Must be nice. That sounds sweet. Like a bunch of big ass good games.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Cool.
All right.
So broke. What's up? What's up? Mendo Caspav. What up, buddy? Jelly in the house. Negative EV. What's up? Tina. Good morning. Maniac. What's up? Ginger in the house. What's up? Rad Dad. How you doing? I think I got everybody. If I didn't, what's up, guys? Make sure you click the follow button for me. Make sure you click the follow button for Sixes. Poker coaching in the chat. Type poker coaching, all one word. And what we're going to do if you're new here is I'm going to draw a winner from my chat. Six is going to draw a winner from his chat. We'll have the two of you compete against each other, taking one of these quizzes for $5. We'll send it to you PayPal. We'll send it to you ACR. We'll send it to you carrier pigeon. Some way we'll get you your money. And then what we'll do is we'll watch the quiz. You guys will tell us what you would do. The person competing for the $5 will tell us what they're going to do. The three of us will tell you what we think, and then we'll see what goes on with the quiz. And we'll get 3 or 4 of these done today. If you enjoyed this one, make sure you do ! YouTube in the chat. You can see this one. You can see everyone we've done in the past. Ones with just me and Sixes. One with many of our esteemed guests. We've had a bunch of them. So make sure you check that out. I see Poker Coaching streaming through. Is it registering? It is.
Yep, it's registering here.
We got
18.
Quiz? Are we going straight into Faraz like always?
I mean, we have to keep tradition. We're doing a Faraz quiz first. You know, I mean, we have to we do it every week. He has one new. Some of my favorites always. So yeah, we'll do these 11/20 first.
Luis, do you have a Poker Coaching Premium, right? You can get to these quizzes, no problem. I forgot to ask that before we start.
Of course.
Cool.
Of course.
11/20.
Thank you for that. Prime time station's favorite, my dude. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that, man. And good morning, everybody. Let's do it. I'm about to draw. Let's do it.
Yeah, I am about ready to draw too.
All right, fuck it. Let's do it. Who we got? Osa Nation. Wow.
Oh, you're dead.
Not even following the channel. I got to re-roll, man. You hit
you're dead
in 30 seconds, or I'm re-rolling this. So disrespectful.
We got Caspav. It's over.
He did it. Got him. We got him, boys.
We bring in the ringer right out the gate.
She got Caspav? Man.
Yep. You're screwed.
I've studied with Austin Nation. He got him. He got him. I like it.
We're doing it for the Greek nation.
Thanks for those follows, boys. The Greek nation shit. We good. The Bugatti boys. Sixes Mafia. Let's go. 11/20. You ready? You
run it again, he says? All right, I'll run it again, guys.
Why?
Tina, you're up. You get ringer after ringer.
Oh, no, not Tina. Tina runs good in these.
All right, let's play the quiz.
All right, let's do it.
Here we are playing a 3200 WSOP.com online event. We have an early position raiser from the low jack, and we are in the small blind with 4-5 suited. Our options here are going to be to call, fold, or to re-raise to 800.
Mike, thank you for that follow. Messe? I'm going to call you Messe. I hope I don't ruin your name, but thank you for the follow as well. All right, here we are, Tina. 4-5 suited fist in an early open. What are we doing? She comes out with the call right away.
All right.
Fluidity, thank you for that follow. Dennis coming in with a call. Bruce out there with a call.
Wow. Olsen Nation snaps it in there with the call. First in the chat. Vivis call. Mr. Wolf call. Easy
I don't
call
know.
for Stinky. Oh,
Gil, my main man from Scotland. What up, buddy?
Go ahead, Luis. What were you saying, buddy? What do you think about this spot?
I feel it could be mixed, like either call or fold.
Yeah, I mean, it would definitely. Yeah, he already answered. He snap calls.
Yeah, I actually feel like it's kind of mixed too. I am nittier than most. I kind of miss these spots, but if you flat here, I wouldn't hate that. I know that.
So stop it. I see. Yeah, we're folding here, right? I mean, most fold.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, honestly, most times I would probably fold. Let's say 7 out of 10 times, and then if I think this guy is really weak or not too often, or it's just a table where I think I'm going to be getting away with making calls like this often, sure, but mostly folding. But I could see flicking it in. Maybe it's just nitty. I don't think we call it every single time. We see an early position open where we have 4 or 5 in the small blind. I don't think we call 100%.
I'm actually going to kind of look it up on paired right now just because I'm going to do it the quick and easy.
Maybe
way.
we are. I mean, 100%.
He is the toilet, right? I mean, he's supposed to be playing this kind of stuff. That's where he got his name from. Under the gun one. No, I'm sorry.
Probably really like 6, 7, 7, 8.
I think it's gonna be the bottom of the range, regardless. You know.
I mean, if anything, so is it mixed?
Shit, it is 88% call.
All right, so 88%.
We're all nits.
All right. Call.
Everybody calls. That's what Tina was doing too.
Yeah, everybody's doing it. Let's do it.
All right, let's play it.
In this spot, both calling or folding are okay.
Sorry, 5 points.
3-betting is this hand's just not good enough to 3-bet versus that position, these stack sizes. They have a relatively strong range. If I was going 3-bet suited connector, I'd want to have a bit of a better suited connector than this one. This is already on the border of even playable in the first place. So I think folding here is definitely okay. Calling here is definitely okay as well. We decided to call. Went heads up to the flop. 8 of hearts, 7 of hearts, 2 of club. We check and opponent c-bets a little less than 1/3 of the pot. Our option here is going to be to call, to check raise to 540, or to check raise to 720.
Fluidity was saying, depending on how likely we think the big blind is going to just squeeze here, and so likely is going to call. I think like we kind of get squeezed in this configuration a lot less when it's an early open and a small blind flat. I feel like we get squeezed a whole lot less. What do you think about that? Sixes.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, when under the gun opens, I mean, earlier
like cut out open,
opening,
small blind flat, then you're more likely to get squeezed.
Yeah, I mean, especially against general pop. I mean, unless the guy's like some kind of maniac or something like that. I just don't think people are going to be balanced there, and it's just going to be very strong hands more often, which is going to mean it's going to happen way less often. Then if it's later positions and then finding a squeeze, of course. Let's see what's going on in the chat here. Raise, Stinky's going 720, Olsen Nation 720, 720, 540. A bunch of fucking bombs. Beto is calling and Winter Wren is folding. I see one fold in a sea of raises.
I see a handful of raises sprinkled on mine too. Cass is raising it. Pucks and Poker raising it. Negative EV raising it. Rad Dad says raise or fold depending on the bill-in. If he is going to raise, it's going to be the 720 size. How deep are we? 48 bigs effective. Call for Chip Critic. Messes up, same folder raised. Tina going 720.
All right, so we have two 720s from Olsen and Tina who are heads up. What do you think here, Tuff?
When I check raise spots like this, I really want to have a spade of some sort out there on the board. I want a little bit more of a tightrope or a safety net for me. So I'd be more likely to flat this than raise it myself.
Yeah, I like also we don't have overcards. We don't have any spades. this is very, very thin. If we are to check raise, I mean, I'd much rather call because I think we're too weak here.
Yeah, I do agree, Maniac, that we don't have showdown value. The problem is we don't have enough like backdoor equity either.
Yeah.
Good, such
No, do you guys think like would you use a bigger sizing if you're going to check raise here or go smaller? Since well, no, we would probably want to get more full equity. Probably want to go bigger, I think.
Yeah, one thing is we're out of position. I mean, we are kind of 50 bigs deep, bigger. Right? So we're not that deep. So I mean, honestly, I would go somewhere between 540 and 720 if I was doing it.
Like calling here, we're just really hoping he gives up on turns. That's pretty much it. We really hope. There's so many bad turns for his range that he's going to play straight forward and check. We're going to get a chance to bluff a lot, like on a lot of runouts or something, or find some check raises and stuff like that. Personally, if I'd probably just raise if I was going to continue. I don't really like calls, so 720 would probably be for me. So
yeah, I mean, I definitely agree, Maniac too. 4-5 hearts, 4-5 clubs, definitely better for raise options, for sure. Cass says we can rep the heart too. Yeah, definitely, absolutely. We have more heart. We call from the small blind to the big blind.
He says, "How is there no option to fold in this spot?"
Yeah,
yeah.
We have a gut shot, so
was that was that a tell?
Sorry about the background noise. My dude Luis is at a
yeah.
I'm
sorry.
He's working. He can't. Yeah, he's just got to have the background noise. But sorry about that. So we're both raising. All right. You ready?
Oh, Tina. I forget what Tina's doing. Tina's going 720.
Yep. So are we.
Here, I'm pretty likely to be going with a check raise here. If our hand had a backdoor flush draw, I might feel like we have enough equity to just check call and still be able to realize our equity on turns because we can have some backdoor flush draws that allow us to continue. Here, it's going to be pretty hard to really realize our equity. All we have is a gut shot and two, pretty bad pairs we can hit. So I'd rather be folding or check raising this. I think calling here is not the greatest. So I'm going to check raise, and I think size-wise, either one is okay. Generally, I'd lean towards a little bit smaller, but we are a bit deep stacked. So I'm a little more open to a larger size here. I don't have a strong preference. We went ahead and check raised to 720. Opponent called, and the turn is the 4 of hearts. So our options here are going to be to bet 700, bet 1400, or to check.
This makes me feel so good.
Lewis, I muted you, but I think I can ask to unmute you. Just because they heard the background noise over the quiz. Sorry, buddy. You can unmute in Zoom. You're still muted right now.
Oh, yeah, he has to unmute now. Yeah.
All right.
There you go. You're back. Cool. So we pick up the 4. Shutout value or no. What is the plan, guys? He'd rather be folded, but didn't get an option to fold. That's true. And I also found it's interesting that he said with the backdoor equity, he'd rather flat, where we said we'd rather raise the backdoor equity. And here, since he has no backdoor equity and he has no showdown,
it's so little. Yeah, it's such little equity with the backdoor. I mean, just a gut shot here. Like, I think we should just raise, take the advantage of us having a lot of hands in our range. More so the hits this board than him. And he has some auto give ups with some ace and king highs, but they may just raise fold. So, what's up, Snow?
UCLA guy, thank you for the follow. What's up, Cats Meow? How you doing? Joe says check, picked up some showdown value, strong enough to check call 50% or less. Bigger bet for Mike, great card for a range.
I know what I'm doing.
700 sets up a pot jam. 14 for a G-Man meatball.
Precisely what I'm doing here. Olsen Nation is betting 14. Stinky 700. Snoss 700. Stations 14. A bunch of 14s. Everybody out there eating. I love it. Beto 700. 700s. Cool. What was Tina doing here, Tom?
She is not saying it.
700
for Ginger, 700 for Doorknob.
Go ahead, Tina. So we can
4
get it out
isn't
the way.
showdown value. I would. Well, I don't want to give
No
it. She
stalling.
says 1,400. I think
right.
4 has very little showdown value. We probably likely want to turn it into a bluff. Because he's gonna have the hard draws, the 7s, the 8s. Like he's gonna have some overpair and stuff. Like I just don't think our 4 holds up. And I think when we check the 4, a lot of times we're capping our range after we check, raise, check. And can get owned. Can make it real difficult on turn the river.
So
I would
do?
bet 700 or 14. I know in game I'm going 14 because I like to make it hurt. So I guess I'm going 14.
Okay. So
Yeah,
snap 14.
Also 14.
Snap.
I mean,
we
we want to rep the flush a little bit. We want to, like, if we just bet 700, it's going to be easy for him to, like, he called a check raise, so he has a bit of equity, you know. He likes his hand enough to call us once. So if we just bet small, we're going to get, like, get called again. So, got to go large.
I mean, and he's going to have some single, I don't know. He's going to have some hands, maybe unpaired with the hard draw or something. Some as well, or some backdoor hands. We can make it hurt here. So yeah, I definitely want to go big here.
All right, 14 for 6s, 14 for me, 14 for Lewis, 14 for Tina.
Everybody's 14.
Let's do it.
Ooh,
This is a pretty great card for us to continue betting on.
Well played.
The flush got there, which we're definitely going to have some flush draws in our range. We're definitely going to have something like 5-6 here, and we do have the 5 blocker in our hand. So I'm pretty happy betting here. I don't really want to bet huge. You know, it'd really be disastrous to kind of bet big here, be up against a flush draw, a flush, and then hit, you know, a 4 or hit our straight, and now we just have this big reverse implied odds. So I'm pretty happy just betting small here. If we had, you know, a set of 8s, set of 7s, a hand like 7-4, 7-8, you know, we're also going to want to bet small. So if we're betting both flushes and 2 pair type hands here, or maybe any over pairs you might have check raised, then I think we're going to want to go small with a lot of those hands. So I like this as a spot to just go ahead and bet small. And our opponent folds, and we took it down.
I think they got the same score, Toe. 26.
Oh, shit.
You know what time it is.
Coin flip time.
Well, these cats got to flip it out.
All right. Who's calling it? Tails says Tina right away.
Tina snap calls tails, so I guess we don't.
Let's do it.
Bogart it there. Bogart.
It is heads.
Wait a minute. We win.
You win.
We win the flip. Wait a minute. We got to watch it on stream. Boom. He did it.
He did.
We win the flip. Good job, my dude. Winning flips, running good.
Nice one, Tina. You tied it. You just lost the flip. It still counts. Congratulations, Tina.
I'll tell you what. We run good as hell in the flips here over in the Mafia, so I'd love to see it. We win like 75% of flips around these cards.
Flips, what are we trying to accomplish with a small bet? His argument was that we're really targeting, I guess, air floats. I guess is what I would say. Ace-high floats.
Yeah, and some of the strongest hands in our range as well that wouldn't need a lot of protection. We go small to induce as well, and you know we have a lot of 2-pair strong hands, and he's kind of just has some single pair hands. Maybe he does have the flush, but outside of that, he's going to have a real hard time continuing because we just have so many very strong hands here. So
Absolutely.
It's very good. Can you lower the window down? Oh, I see. Yeah, I got you. I'll bring it down here. All right, I'm ready. You want to do another keyword?
Back to quizzes. New keyword is.
Wait a minute.
Let's do Canada.
Also, make sure to whisper me here on Twitch, and I will make sure to get you taken care of, my dude. All right.
Maniac saying, by the way, Tail Peeps, we got to go tails. We find ourselves in a flip again because the last 2 were heads. He's playing the odds. I like it.
All right, cool. What quiz we doing? It's registered.
Hey, Julius, thank you for the 16 months, my man. You got your keyword going?
Yeah, it's registering. Yeah, people 18 eligible.
Cool. We got JL, we got Matt Affleck, we got JL. I guess we should get one of these JLs out of the way, huh?
Yeah, and we have a cash game. We got to do a cash game.
We can go over cash game.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited, man. Evan, have any new cash game stuff?
I don't know.
No, I miss this cash game series.
We got Tristan, we got Lexi.
Yeah, we'll definitely get some.
1081 is Evan.
Have we 1081? Wait a minute. Do I not have all the quizzes up? What the hell? Oh, 1081. Have we done that? Oh, yeah, we can do that. Let's do that.
All right, 1081 it is.
Hell yeah.
A little 1-3 quiz here.
Yeah. I miss playing cash so much, man. I miss it so bad. Live cash. Can't wait.
God, I miss it like none.
Oh, I miss it so much.
0.
It's so much fun. So easy.
Lewis and I were talking about that. Like, I just not the cash guy.
I'm with you, man. That would be my thing. That would be my thing. I don't know. Playing a lot is my thing, but here and there, it's so much fun.
Full pre, says Big Floyd. Fair. Cool. Let's draw our winner.
Let's draw. All right,
I'm rolling. It's going to be Dennis, 419 DMC representing. Straddle, then full pre. I like that play.
Hey, my dude.
Mike raising the 15. He hasn't even seen the hand yet.
Ruh-roh, you guys are in trouble.
Who's it?
All right.
Stinky. One to give away.
Oh, shit. Legends. All right, Dennis, I know you're out there. You're a Team Toe guy. Let's run it. Yep.
All right, we good?
Yep, let's do it.
All right, let's go. Oh,
hello, everyone. Evan Jarvis here for PokerCoaching.com. Today we're reviewing a 1-3 no limit hold'em cash game hand that I played at Casino
It's
Niagara.
nice. I've played a few
We've
games
got
before
nice
in the
reads on the table. We've
Niagara
also got a nice
Casino.
hand, Ace-10
It's
of hearts
1-3
on
right
the cutoff. Folds around to you. What should you do? Should you fold, call, raise to 10, or raise to 15?
Are you still playing your quiz? Did you get late on it?
Hold on, Tom. I'm behind. All right.
Cool. While we're waiting, some 15s out there. Dennis gone 15. A string of 10s. Also in the chat.
I haven't seen anything but a 10 out there. Stinky going 10.
Oh, Maniac. Evan's got the best player tags in the game. No Tricky Ricky this time.
Poster 1, poster 2, not nitty, not laggy, weekend warrior, high stakes, sidekick. Oh, I got to hear the explanation beside that.
Meatball's got the best idea. He likes limp and then open fold. I like that play.
Don't want to scare that weekend warrior away by going too big. This station's favorite
Got no
argument.
Tricky Ricky this time. We have no apple bottom jeans.
You know what we should do for every cash game quiz, Toe? Have you go first. And I just want to hear like what your thoughts on these cash game spots.
Why are you trying to like put me in the spotlight?
I'm not, because it's so much. Because you're like a lot of these guys should never play cash. It's good.
Yeah, I'm a little out of my realm. I mean,
it's good.
I could maneuver through it enough, I suppose.
Hell yeah, you could. What are you talking about? That's why I want you to play cash.
I mean, it's 1-3.
I want you to make money.
It can't be too crazy, right?
Exactly. You're my friend. I want you to make money and play cash. And I can't talk you into it ever.
God, I gotta leave the house.
I would always make it larger. I think larger would be better. From my experience, people in 1-2, like they really like to see a flop with a wide range. People don't really work on the range that they should like take to the flop versus the bigger raises basically. So if you make it a bit larger, I think people are gonna continue with the same range that they would continue basically if you raise the normal sizing. So you basically make a bit more money because most players are going to just check fold the flop. So might as well make it a bit bigger here.
I love it.
So you're on team 15.
He's Mr. 15. He doesn't
So like for me,
people
like
are-
I'd be going 10 because I don't play cash games and sixes makes fun of me, and like I'm like that's a big bet. But I can see going 15, especially if these guys are overcalling. Makes complete sense to me.
always say
and over passive on the flop, like definitely makes sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, how long have I been sitting on? Like, have guys just been folding to the $10 bet like nonstop? If people have been getting action for 10 and 10 plus, I'm always going 15. Like, it's that simple. But if people are just, you sit at some tables, it's a little nitty, and people are folding to people's like $7 bets and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna go 10 to try to get action. But if table's any kind of loose, snap 15. Like for me, if I'm reading the table, but
all right, 15 it is. Let's play it.
We are going. Wait a minute, I want to make sure. Stinky went 10. Yep.
Oh, cool. We're gonna find out.
Yep.
Ace 10 suited, definitely in the playing range, so we ain't folding. Definitely in the raising range, so we're not calling. We could conceivably call sometimes to keep in worse aces, worse tens, and all that junk. That's generally better served to be done on the button where we're a guaranteed position for the rest of the hand. But also overall, just raising is going to be a better strategy because we want to build the pot. We're going to get calls from worse aces and worse tens still, and this way we get to extract more money post-flop from those hands. As for sizing between 10 and 15, doesn't really matter. In this game, we went with 10. In some games, we'd go with 15. And if we were deeper stacked, also, we'd probably go with a larger raise sizing. But 100 blinds deep, 10 is fine. Flop is queen of diamonds, 9 of diamonds, 3 of clubs. He checks. Actions on you. What should you do? Should you check? Should you c-bet half pot? Or should you c-bet full pot?
All right, here we go. C-bet or no? And what size? Guys, what do you think?
You can't smell. You crack me up.
Nation, thank you for the follow.
Live, you can literally go an hour without playing a hand and then open raise pre-flop and get 4 callers easy.
Yeah.
So true. Yep. Nobody cares. Yep.
They're not paying that much attention.
Nope.
Most of the time, I think in these lower stake stuff, just in general, they're playing their hand and not necessarily the player.
You think somebody cares, has queen 8 suited, under the gun +1 cares if you open under the gun? Like some of these guys are just never folding.
That is funny. Think Point asks, this is awesome. How often we do this? We do this every Saturday, noon Eastern. So make sure you check that out. Exclamation point PC in the chat for you to sign up to pokercoaching.com for free. Jonathan Little's poker coaching site rather. All 3 of us are members / content creators on there. They have a wealth of other coaches. This is Evan Jarvis, Faraj Jaka is the one we did before this. Jonathan Little himself, Matt Affleck. The list goes on and on and on and on. Jonathan Jaffe, Acevedo, Lexi Gavin. The list goes on and on. So make sure you check those out. Dennis going 10. Everyone snap 10. You going 10? You good? What's up?
I mean, I'm always of the betting nature in these spots. I would definitely want to bet. Is this range going to continue? Are we just trying to fold out the hands just auto miss? I probably just would go 10. I don't know if we generate any extra fold equity by going any bigger. Because if he's going to continue for 10, I mean, if he's going to fold for 20, he's probably going to fold for 10 a lot, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's not like a 20 gets a 9 to fold any more or less, or a queen to fold, or a flush draw to fold any less, right? Or any more or less. But,
I mean, we do get to charge a lot of his draws and stuff like that a little bit more. His king 10s, we charge those hands. So we are kind of betting for value in some cases since, we likely have the best hand. I could see going 20 for that reason versus a player like this as well. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe going 20 is good.
Yeah, I don't like betting at all.
No, check.
Yeah, here basically like we have showdown. If he has a hand that missed, we are ahead of it. If he has a hand that connected, we are behind. In my mind, it's as pure of a check as it gets because like we don't have a diamond, we don't have a club, we have ace high, so pretty good showdown value. So yes, I would totally check her.
Look at that controversy. Makes a lot of sense though. We can get check raise off the best hand too sometimes if we bet here, right?
Yeah.
Cool. And we use a larger side. I mean, no, we just, I don't know. He's going to continue a lot. Delay c-bet sometimes, I guess. Yeah. But we are going, wait a minute. Where are we going here?
We're going 10.
Stinky was going 10 as well. I'm sorry.
All right,
I think we should like check flop and spike the ace on the turn.
I like that plan.
That would be my plan.
That would be my plan. I understand. Yeah, a lot of people are agreeing with as well. Nice. All right, let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
This is both a pretty bad
That's why we
board
bring 'em in.
for our hand, giving us nothing but a backdoor straight draw and nothing else. And it's also a pretty bad board for c-betting because the queen and 9, the two Broadway cards, are too close to Broadway cards. Means that he either has a pair or a gut shot or an open-ended straight draw with a lot of his Broadway combinations. So, you know, King Jack, King 10, Jack 10, Jack 8, 10 8. All those hands have a nice piece of this board, plus anything with a queen in it, anything with a 9 in it. There are a lot of ways our opponent can have connected with this board, so rather than put in a continuation bet, I prefer going with a delayed continuation bet on this board. By checking behind, if our opponent has any piece of the board, he's likely to let us know on the turn, and if he checks again, we can fire a continuation bet on the turn. So on boards where it's very unlikely your opponent's hit, it's great to fire a c-bet right away. On boards where there's a good chance that your opponent is hit, it's better to, in general, to go for a delayed c-bet, checking back and getting more information from them before taking your shot at the pot. So we check. Turn is a very good card for us. Jack of Hearts giving us an open-ended straight draw, including a nut shot to the king. And our opponent bets 20 into 21. Full pot, pretty large bet size. What should you do? 290 behind in position. Should you fold? Should you call? Or should you raise to 60?
Thank you for the follow, non-pro Jason. Thank you guys.
I got that follow too. Thank you, Jason.
Let's see. We got some snap calls. Ooh, Olsen Nation is raising. Corey P is raising. A bunch of calls out there. Everybody's giving Louis some. They're telling you well played on the call.
Yeah, I got an LP badass in my chat for the check on the flop.
Hell yeah. We don't bring in bums. Of course we bring in beasts. Come on now. Of course. My man knows what he's talking about.
Maniac thinks he folds here. Interesting. Everyone else calling. Tina raising.
Snoss says call. Stinky says call. Yep, Stinky's calling. Okay.
One thing I loved is Evan called the king the nut shot. I've never heard the nut shot job.
The nut shot.
I thought that was awesome. I
like that. I'll have to start using it now. I love it.
We don't get the right odds to call if king or 8 of diamonds hits. We still have the flushes to worry about. It's interesting. So he folds.
Don't draw.
Shove. Realizes it's not an option.
Let's see.
We're calling. Dennis is calling.
Dennis is calling, as is Stinky. Stinky's calling as well. I've misclicked on the turn, so he got a 10 because he checked the turn. I misclicked. So right now we got a 20. We'll just add. Yeah, for sure. Station's favorite says fold. Oh hell no. Excuse me. What do you like here, Louis, the man?
Here I'm always calling. I mean, we don't really want to start to build a big pot. Like this deep without a made hand, you know. We could like be bluffing sometimes, but I think we'd have better combos to bluff with, like diamonds, for example, or probably I see ace 10 of diamonds here. I think that would be a lot better for a raise. Here I'm always calling, and
I'm never folding,
yeah, never folding. And basically, you want to hit enough suit king on the river and go all in.
Yeah,
that's how I would play it.
Yeah, we're in position here as well. We get to realize the equity. We can just get there. I think maybe all of our outs can be good. So yeah, for sure. Like sometime even a 10 can be good. I mean, you just don't know. So yeah, we definitely have to call here.
I mean, if we call here and we hit our straight, but it brings in the flush and he bets pot, are we ever folding?
We have to just make the decision there. We have to say, I don't know. I mean,
I'm pretty sure then we'd have a very safe call. If the flush comes in, he bets. We're not gonna raise. I mean, just but if whenever it's not the flush card, I think we always go all in. Simple as that.
Sure.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, just easy. All right.
I totally agree. All right, cool. We are calling. Let's find out.
We did it.
Oh, my bad. I'm right behind you.
Now, from a pot odds perspective, we are certainly not getting the right price. If we expected to make no money on the river, this would be a fold. We're getting 2-1 odds on our call, and we need 4-1 to make our straight. But we're not just thinking about pot odds. We have position for the hand, and therefore we have a much better shot at having implied odds. All we need to get out of our villain on the river is $40, and we found a break-even call. Anything beyond that, and we found a profitable call. So I do like calling in this spot. I like it quite a lot. And now let's talk just a little bit about the option of raising. When our opponent bets so large, I think there's a good chance that he has a solid piece of the board. It's not guaranteed, but there's a good chance. But how many straights does he have? I'm not sure. We have a blocker to the 10, so it decreases the likelihood he has a straight, but not completely. There's still lots of combos of 10x. If he has 2 pair, then when we raise, he will probably just call. And what we've done is we've built the pot and got him more invested in the pot so that we can go for a larger value bet on the river should we make our hand. Now, it's a bit more of a high risk play, a bit more of a high volatility play. And I prefer to use that play when they bet small and they're likely to have a lot more bet folds in the range. So we have immediate fold equity from our raise, but on the times that he does have a strong enough hand to call our raise, we've boosted our implied odds for the river because we're building a pot that our opponent's going to feel more committed to, and he's less likely to put us on a draw having raised the turn. So that's the merits to raising, but in this particular situation with our opponent betting so large, likely having a strong hand, we just call. And the river is perfect. It is the king of spades, giving us the nut straight and having no sweat about counterfeit outs with the diamonds.
The nut
Our
shot.
opponent now bets 40. There's our implied odds. Actions on you. What should you do? Should you fold the nuts? No. Should you call with the nuts? Also no. Should you raise to 140 or should you go all in?
All right.
I love that he put 2 options on there and then answered 2 out of the 4 right in his little description. He said, should we fold? No. Should we call? No. So what should we do? That's funny.
I know, yeah. I mean, let's let them go first. Let's stinky.
Evan said that.
Yeah, I know. It makes it. Well,
it.
Just in case people aren't listening,
Oh, I see. People, see if we would have catch him sleeping on a Saturday morning.
Yeah, for sure. Who hasn't had the coffee yet? Who's sleeping?
Jam for Ginger. Jam
He's not paying attention in the middle
for Cat's Meow. Jam for me. Jam for Pink Floyd. Jam for Tina.
See a lot of 140s out there. Ulsa Nation going 140. UCLA guy going 140. Went to Rim 140. J Pina. Beto's going 140. Bonk.
I think going 140 here is a pretty big mistake.
I think it's a well. Did they answer? Did your guy answer?
Exactly. Dennis is going 140.
Dude, it's a massive error. You're only jamming here, guys.
Yeah.
We were in a sim playing this hand, and you didn't jam.
Well, the thing about this is like when we raise here, we're never getting called by. We're only getting called by super strength, right? They're going to call in.
But we're getting called by a 10.
Yeah.
And it's a tragedy if Queen 10.
We're not targeting a jack to call by going 140.
Like, you get all of it from all the other 10x combos, and maybe he even sometimes just makes a mistake with the set or something like that. Like, they're going to call 140 a raise in the spot. Just go for all of it, guys. Like, it's probably an error. It's a shot.
I would argue, Lucifer, that there's nothing really calling here at all. So when you have a situation where only big strength is calling, and you have the super nuts, it's push your equity and get it all in there. All in max value.
I think if you have a good image and like sunglasses, it's highly likely that you get called here. I see players here calling with like 2 pairs. With the bottom end of it, with sets, and then you just show them the nuts because of course you just always have the nuts here, and they're just like, transaction done.
The weekend warrior, guys.
Yeah,
this guy is just never folding like King Jack, King Queen. Sometimes
exactly.
He didn't show up to fold 2 pairs.
No, he's there to play, man.
It's a bad beat to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way. spot I wouldn't jam all my chips in.
Yeah, this guy, if he has pocket 9, he's never folding.
He's never ever dude.
So yeah.
Yeah, you got to play. You play enough cash, you see this shit. So.
Maniac, you get bonus points for the Black Betty reference. That was awesome, by the way. Good song. All right. Oh no, 140 for Dennis.
All in.
All right. Here's where we part ways.
When you
9
find yourself in
points.
this situation, you need to ask yourself, what is the worst hand my opponent will call a raise to X sizing with? And if the answer to, raising to 140 is all his 2 pairs, and his 10s, then a 140 is likely going to be your best sizing because he's got a lot more combinations of 2 pair than he does of straights, 10x. If, however, when faced with a raise, you believe that your opponent will fold all his 2 pairs, regardless of the size, but will call just about any size raise with a 10 because he's not going to fold a straight, then all in's going to be your best play because you're getting called by the same subset of hands, straights, and getting folds from everything else, but you're getting paid almost twice as much on your raise. You're actually getting paid more than twice as much on your raise. It's an additional an additional 130 instead of just another 100. And in spots like this, I think when faced with a raise, players are likely going to put you on that straight, but they're not going to be capable of folding a straight themselves. Some players will be, but most players will not at 1-3, especially weekend warriors who want to see what you got. So for that reason, I went for the full Monty 270 to get paid in full by a straight. My opponent tanked for like a while and then folded. So I thought, oh, maybe I went for too much, but he later told me he just had ace king, which was a interesting turn bet and interesting that he tanked at all.
Yeah.
If I'd known his particular hand, the smaller raise size probably would have been better. I still don't know that he would have called with it, but against his overall range and because we're really targeting a 10 there, I like going for full value. And trust me, when they have a 10, you're getting the whole thing. And you're going to be kicking yourself if you go for a smaller raise size and they call and turn over that 10 and you realize you missed out on value. So don't be afraid to go for it all, even if they don't call on that occasion. When you break down their entire range and you look at how often they're going to call and how much more you get paid on the times you go for the large amount, you're going to realize that often going for the larger raise size on the river is the most profitable play in the long run. Anyway, this has been Evan Jarvis for PokerCoaching.com. I hope you enjoyed this quiz. I hope you learned a thing or two, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.
Get that money, Jelly. Get that money. At what point do we ask how much does he have behind? That's funny. That's one, Mr.
Yeah, I mean, you guys got to remember, this isn't a tournament where he's gone. He's probably got more money on him for sure, and he's just going to go to the ATM or just rebuy and play more. So yeah, just get greedy for sure. Yeah, that was fun. We did it. Stinky with the perfect score. My dude, good job, buddy. He nailed it. I fucked up with the misclick, but he did it, my dude. Good job, buddy.
Rigged. You hear this misclick bullshit, guys? Toe Army, you hear this misclick bullshit?
Nah, I checked it. He was, yeah, they were right. Everybody called us, sorry, dogs, barking.
He's yelling at his kids and his dog.
No, I'm yelling.
So
yeah,
rigged,
dogs
Jelly.
won't stop barking. Kids making noise. Saturday mornings. All right. Cool. Yeah. Keyword.
I can't yell at my customers like that though.
You're the boss. Yell at him. Fuck it.
Good job, buddy. 2 for 2 in the Mafia. That's a
go.
good start. Here we go.
All right. Keyword.
Let's do. No problem, buddy. Thank you, guys. Let's do. Luis. Ah, shit.
Oh, I should probably type that in here.
Gotta be the perfect.
All right, Luis in the chat. It's good to go now. Let me see, it's registering. It is. All right, guys, while we're doing that, you gotta pick another quiz. Luis, you got one? You want to pick one?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Pick near the top of the list.
Yeah.
1114. Let's go for that. 1114.
We've already done.
Yeah, you got to go
Okay.
117 or higher.
117 plus.
Alright. I'm gonna go with JL's, the Pocket 10.
Pocket 10.
Pocket 10, 1123. Uncle JL. All right, cool. I am about ready to roll it.
Louis? How do you pronounce your first name?
Louis Philippe.
Louis. It's the French Canadian. It's got that.
Yeah.
That sexy accent.
You need that French touch.
That's right. You need a little on it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's LOUIS, Bruce. Sorry. Not
all right, roll it. Get in there, guys.
Most of you guys got it.
That follow as well. Appreciate the support today, man. This is always a good time. I really enjoy doing this, and I think we all get a little bit better and learn a little bit by doing it, honestly. So, yep, let's do it.
People typing in French. I can't even pronounce that. Too damn American.
Shit! What kind of run?
Newspaper says JL quiz answers to get to the river and call against misdraws. I like that.
New follower run good. Joins the Mafia 2 minutes ago and binks it.
There you go. Chat Revoke, what's up, man? Good morning. We're rolling it. Julius.
Run good, my dude.
Mr. Hold'em, he's nuts.
Oh, no.
You are up, my man.
My dude.
Toe Army representing here.
Trader.
Vikings coming in. What's up, buddy? How you doing,
He's been Toe Army the whole time. Chops, my dude. What's up, Grinding 24/7? Good morning, buddy. Joe Winston, Mike, JL. All right, let's do it.
All right, let's run it.
23.
Here we have Pocket 10s facing a raise from Jason Wheeler. I've played a pretty good amount with this guy. He is very loose, very aggressive. He loves to battle. I think he thinks I'm generally on the tighter side. It's tough to know what people think of me, but I think he thinks that. We're friendly enough. We have table banter. I don't know what to tell you. He likes to splash around and he likes to battle. We have the Pocket 10s. Should we fold, call, re-raise to 210,000, or re-raise to 280,000?
All right, Pocket 10s facing an open from the hijack. What's the plan, guys?
You know what, Toe? We played with Jason Wheeler all of day 2 in the tag team. He was to the right of Lonnie Harwood.
Oh, so what you're saying is we kicked his ass. Sixes. Let's go.
So yeah, we battled with Jason Wheeler before. We both played against him, and yeah, he's a beast, man. Let's see, 280 Ks out there. Call. A few calls, 280. Caller 280. I think a flat is fine here. Viv says 280.
Lots of 280s in my chat too. We got a 210, a few 280s. Easiest call ever for Jelly. Let me see if I can find Julius in here.
280, 280.
3-bet 210 for Dennis. 280 precision disadvantage as Maniac. Call for Julius.
All right. Spalding. Wait a minute. Let me make sure. Let's see what Spalding said. Now you got to give one answer, my dude. You said call or 280. Nah. No hedging. No hedging, my friend. You got to snap this in here pretty quick, buddy. Fantastic Joe says 280. Wheeler calling with all overs. Playmaker. What would have? Spalding says call since he thinks we are tight. All right, cool. App likes in the chat. Smashing 280 in the pot. What do you like, Louis?
I think I'm always 3-betting here because, unless I'm playing against myself, I will always 3-bet. Unless I have a clear read that, the guy is going to be extremely aggressive post-flop. And otherwise, my standard here is always to 3-bet.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a 3-bet for value versus Jason Wheeler, who's certainly capable of 4-betting way worse hands as bluffs or value, just 4-betting some hands in there that we flip against and do well against. Yeah, it's a value 3-bet for me for sure. I mean, he's in hijack.
And since we're out of position, I think the only sizing we can go for is the larger one.
Great.
So I would go 280.
Yep. Yeah, I'm just going big. Yeah, like the big. Toe, ever flat?
I mean, I get 3-betting here. Late position open makes complete sense. I tend to over flat here in game, and I know that I am a little bit of a sissy in this spot. 3-betting makes complete sense to me. I get
Yeah,
it.
it's hijack.
Question asking is, what happens if he jams on 40 bigs deep? We call. Is the answer to that.
Night. Yeah, I mean, if he jams, night.
Pop quiz, guys. What would be the worst pocket pair you'd call for 40 big blinds?
After you 3-bet in the spot?
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Because you got to take into consideration which ones. Anybody in chat? Where we at?
We're going off the charts here. What do you guys think? What do you think the smallest pair is after you 3-bet if they jam what that you're calling? Right.
I mean, you got to think like the pairs that we're 3-betting, why are we're 3-betting those for value? We're not 3-betting bluffing pairs out of this spot. So it's probably just like gone here. I don't think we have too many 3-bet bluffs as pairs from the big blind. We more just be calling a lot of those pairs that we don't plan on 3-bet calling, in my opinion.
So, like you're saying, you'd be flatting nines, for example. You wouldn't be.
If I 3-bet the pair, I'm never folding it. Like, why the hell would I have 3-bet it? So
what's the smallest pair you're 3-betting?
I mean, from the hijack, you can, I guess, 9s and 10s. I mean, I guess we can make a case for splitting 8 sometimes, and it feels like 2s through 7s or something. 2s through 8s might be 2s through 7s or 8s might be pure, and then we might start mixing 9 plus. But I don't know. I might be completely wrong. What do you think, Louis? How did I do?
The worst pair I would personally go with here is 9s.
Yep.
So I would 3-bet 9s always here and then not fold for 40 big blinds.
Nope. That's it. I mean, just that's it. If you 3-bet fucking 9s here, night, we're not folding.
Yeah, Affleck says 3-bet calling 9s here, 8s probably fine, 7s probably mixes 3-bets also.
Ooh, nice. Okay. So yeah, you can even get in 7s for 40 here. I don't have any charts, not cheating, just going off the top of my head. All right, let's do it. We are going to 80 in game here. I am ready.
Julius flatting. Let's do it.
So you can approach this spot in one of two ways. The first one is probably the most obvious. That's just a 3-bet and get it in. The thing is, though, given that read I just laid out that he thinks I'm probably on the tighter side, I think he's actually going to respond pretty straightforwardly against the 3-bet. So the way you go about beating players like this is by forcing them to stay in the pot with their whole range, and then buckling up and not folding. So I think that I typically just call in this scenario, looking to see the flop. I mean, you know which flops are bad for you, right? If it comes ace, king, queen, or ace, king, jack, or king, queen, 3, or even like ace high, it's not particularly great. But if it comes low cards or one high card, it's fine. So I think I lean towards just calling in this scenario. If I did 3-bet and he shoves all in, I have an easy call. And interestingly enough, this is a $1,000 buy-in tournament that's 6-handed against, presumably mostly weaker players. I remember this tournament. It was me and Jason and nobody else. And so this is a spot where I'm really not trying to go broke. I'm definitely just trying to hang out and play post-flop, not go broke against the good players at the table in marginal spots, and instead just stick around in the tournament and ideally get more profitable spots in the future. So I do call. Flop comes queen, 3-2. I'm going to check my whole range on this board. I check. He bets 80,000 into the 180,000 chip pot, 185,000 chip pot. Should we fold, call, raise to 180,000, or go all in?
Thick Play, this is the real Matt Affleck. He is a coach on this channel, a coach of all three of us, a friend of all three of us. That is the real deal. He made up some good points. He said we should stop thinking, Affleck said this, we should stop thinking about value / bluff here. There's other incentives. 3-betting 8s and 9s. Getting folds from king jack, queen jack, king 10, ace 10 is great. And then we have too much equity to fold once we have all those chips in the middle. Yep. Affleck's been a guest on the stream. We got to get you back on here, Matt. It's been a little while.
It's been a couple months. We can always use you back. You help out so much. It's very good. I love hearing Matt's thought processes. Wait a minute. They both got a 10, bro. He called in chat, and we talked so long. I clicked 280. I did it again.
Who's playing this game?
me. I guess I'm taking all the quizzes, completely ignoring my chat. Like, fuck I would go 280. So
this is my show. He says we're doing it my way.
Right. He can't be right. I'm right, and boom. Yeah. So, yeah, he called. So 10.
How many points was the raise?
The raise to 280 was 6, but yeah, he did call.
I was just curious since we got both up. We got both answers.
Yeah. It was
what up, Crisco?
6. So he doesn't hate it.
Off topic, guys. For any of you guys in the Champions Cup on Monday, Crisco's going to be hosting because I will be traveling that day. So make sure you give him a follow and check him out. Cool. We call and check and get C-bet. Now what are we doing? Fold, call, raise, or jam?
Yeah, the nation is
What's
just
the plan?
They're all already in there. Call. 180 for Corey, Winter, Bonk. Can't fold, can't raise, easy call. I raised to 180K here, Playmaker says. Woo. DB Chops is calling. Somebody said, Louis, somebody just stole your coffee maker behind you.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay. You're getting robbed.
Yeah, I know. It's all good.
Question came up. We 3-bet pre-flop and Jason called, do you C-bet here? The answer is almost always going to be yes. C-bet small. Call from everybody in my chat.
Yeah, so Spalding here is calling. Yeah, I mean,
Julius
it's me. I think at this point we just call.
Yep.
We check raise and he does call. We're just going to be in very awkward spots on turns. Yep. With the bloated pot. I don't know. I really think maybe just calling. I would just call here a lot. Yeah. Luis, you ever check raise, say with second pair?
Never.
Yeah, just
Never. We have pretty good showdown value. We wouldn't want to invest into a queen too much. And whenever we raise here against an aggressive player, it's like telling him he lost. So it's like telling him clearly that he should not invest more in this spot because we're going to call or raise, and it's going to be very easy for an aggressive player to get out of the way. Whereas if you just call, an aggressive player might very well give you his stacker or like a bunch of big blinds.
Yeah, it's easier for him to play straightforwardly and not make a mistake and play perfectly with some of his hands when we just raise.
Yeah, I think a lot of players will go the more or less the same line. They're gonna bet the flop small. They're gonna size up on the turn, and they're gonna give up the river. So we just like call the small bet on the flop. On the turn, it should be a bigger bet. And I think it's player dependent. Some player we look up, some players we don't. And
Affleck says that he would check raise things like 5s here that need a lot more protection, but 10s just don't need much protection. We're way ahead, way behind.
Yeah, maybe 3 to a straight as well. Maybe if we have
JL's plan was to keep Wheeler's range ride because he thinks Wheeler thinks JL is tight. He doesn't want him to play straightforward against him. Yeah. So yeah, we just call here, Tina, for sure.
Yeah, Spalding.
Because if we're raising, are we raising as a bluff or raising for value? If you're raising as a bluff, what's better that's going to fold? Nothing. And if you're raising for value, what's worse that's going to call? Also nothing. So we just call.
All right, let's do it.
Who else thinks that Luis is an up-and-coming James Bond villain? I would definitely second that. He's got the accent. He's smoking the vape. I love it. Love it. Great one, Crisco. All right, we call. Let's do it.
In my mind, this is a pretty easy flop call. We have a very obvious marginal made hand that's good the vast majority of the time. If we raise at this point, he's almost certainly going to react somewhat straightforwardly. Mm-hmm. So in this spot, I really just want to raise with my best made hands, probably something like king, queen, and better, and then my draws, which would be a lot of the gut shots that are not ace high. So if I had 5-4 or 6-4 or 6-5, those are all pretty good hands to check raise. I may also want to check raise something like Jack 10 of spades every once in a while. And interestingly enough, that's probably what you want to do against players who think that you are a little bit too straightforward, right? If the opponent's going to think that my aggression is very strong, I should in turn find like every possible reasonable bluff I could have and go for it. But I definitely don't necessarily want to do that with my best hands, and especially with my marginal hands. You need to do it with some of your best hands if you want to be anywhere near balance, which I am always somewhat concerned with. But you definitely don't want to raise hands like pocket tens, because when you get called, you're definitely not loving it, and now you're all of a sudden playing a big pot. So easy check call. Turns an 8. I check. He now bets 260,000, 2/3 pot. Should we fold, call, raise to 560,000, or go all in?
Getting sticky out there, guys. What do y'all think?
Bombs, guys. Haven't seen a full jet. Snap calls all in the Mafia. Olsen's calling, DB's calling, UCLA.
Just keep calling for doorknob,
Okay.
Bruce.
Let's let him roll in there. What's Spalding? Oh yeah, he hasn't went chat.
I think the answer is yes, but the best kickers.
And we see a shove. There's the shove. Was waiting for it.
Buckle up. She's going for the ride, says Ginger, rather, and calling. Call for Meatball, call for Jelly, call for Jason, call for Fluidity. Everybody calling. Call. I don't see Julius in here. Julius.
Oh, Julius hasn't went
chat. Are you
chat.
calling or are you... He's calling. There he is. And he kind of raised, lets him play his hand perfectly. Says
Count myself and get owned in myself. All right.
Call for Gil. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, I think just call here for sure. I mean, I'm just calling. I think, yeah, they both went right.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same question. Like, are we turning this hand into a bluff or are we betting for value? And the answer is, like, neither. We went showdown.
It's so strong. Yeah, it's still good enough. We unblock a lot of his bluffs. I mean, you know, he's going to double barrel a lot. We know he's an aggressive player. This hand just feels too strong, especially when we under rep here. You know, a lot of his range may feel like he's folding out a 3x, deuce x, ace high draws and things like that, that we would also continue with. So, yeah, I mean, we're just certainly going to call a hand as strong as tens.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
Luis, what do you think, buddy?
Anything to add there?
Always calling.
Yeah.
I don't see any merit in raising. Don't really need protection. You know, we are playing against an aggressive player. We just want to capture. So, yeah, always call and then hope that he fires again on the river.
Yep. Let's do it.
Yeah, Spalding called as well.
Yeah, so did Julius.
All right, let's do it.
This is a situation where I think a lot of people think that this is an all-in or fold spot because they're like, oh, well, I have most of my chips in the pot and I don't want to get outdrawn, so I guess I'm all in or I have to fold. But that is absolutely not true. This is a spot where we have a very obvious marginal made hand. Our opponent's bluffs probably don't have a ton of equity. Usually they have 6 outs, or if he's lucky, he has a flush draw with overcards, but that's very unlikely. So usually he has relatively few outs in this spot if he is behind. And if he's ahead, well, that's not good for me, and I want to minimize the size of the pot. So I think we generally want to call in this scenario. If we do call and he goes all in on the river, I think it's actually a fold. Because I think, well, maybe we're getting a little bit levelly here, but I think that he thinks that my river, my turn strategy is to fold everything besides perhaps an 8 or better at this point. And obviously I don't have very many 8s. So if I'm only calling with a queen or better, I'm probably not folding a queen to a river bet, right? I'm sure he knows that I'll check call with some hands like a queen and just never fold them. So he has to be somewhat cautious bluffing the river. He probably doesn't think I'm check calling with like ace-2 on the turn, facing a relatively big bet, for example. So this is a spot where I think we have a pretty easy call with the intention of folding the river, unless I make some sort of live read and decide to hero call, which I certainly have done from time to time. You're going to find that most people really, even like loose aggressive players, don't want to be tripling off, especially if they know you will definitely just check call the flop with a queen and definitely check call the turn with a queen. They're just not going to bluff all that often, which allows you to in turn call slightly weaker on the turn with the intention of folding that to the river bet, because the river bets are usually going to be a little bit more honest. Now, you can't fold a queen to a river bet, of course, because when you have a queen, you block their most obvious value hand. And, you know, who knows, maybe you beat them if they decide to make some ridiculous value bet. But this is a spot where I think the plan is to check call turn, check fold river, but playing against this particular player, there's definitely a chance I would have just check called it on the river. That said, this time it goes check check, and you got to presume that when it goes check check, he did have a no showdown value hand, or maybe he was going for like thin value with an 8 on the turn.
Sure.
But I remember this hand though, because I don't know, for some reason I remember this guy because we battle a lot. He was like, oh, I should have bluffed the river. And I'm not sure if he should have bluffed the river or not. It definitely would have been a tough spot if he did jam the river, but I mean, this shows you the power of triple barreling, right? If you've been watching my streams, go back and watch them. They are in the live play section on poker coaching. I've been doing a lot of triple barreling recently because people take my exact line here and then fold on the river. And if people take the line of they call your flop bet a lot, they call your turn bet a lot, and then they play really straightforwardly on the river, jamming the river is just going to result in you winning a lot of pots that are pretty substantial. And so far my results doing it have been absolutely amazing. So I've been very, very happy with that, and I would definitely recommend you triple barrel more. Probably more than past Jonathan Little has done. So anyway, this time it goes check, check on the river, and I win a nice medium-sized pot.
There we go. Nice hand.
That was
What'd
good.
you get?
We got a perfect score.
So wish for us too. All right, guys.
Let's
we gotta win flips.
We win in fucking 75.
We gotta win
Come on, baby. All right,
Sixes, it's your turn to call it.
What do you want, Spalding? Heads or tails? Heads or tails, Spalding? Give him 10 seconds. If he's not here, we'll there it is.
Yeah, that was a good quiz.
It says
Tina. I'm glad you liked it. Tails.
All right,
We
it's gonna be a
are
slight
flipping.
delay.
It is tails. We flip so bad.
Wait a minute. Here it goes. Somebody have to see
so
it. It was tails. The flip wrong.
Last week we lost like 3 flips or whatever it was. Yeek. Rigged indeed.
We got to straight how to gamble.
This is the
It's
mafia
poker in
life.
these cards. This is fun.
This is the mafia life. Maniac, you did call it tails. You did.
Oh shit! I took the whole thing away. That's so funny, my dude. Oh,
Boom.
that was so funny, man.
Julius said he was gonna say head, so he would have lost either way. That
Nice.
is funny.
All right.
We got time for more, yeah? We got time for more.
Yeah, for sure.
Luis, you want to pick a keyword? You got a magic word that's standing out?
Niagara.
Spell it.
Niagara. Oh, there's just Niagara.
Niagara.
Yeah.
It's in the falls.
Yeah.
You forgot the N there, Julius.
All right, let's do it. Let me put it in the chat. All right.
Here they are streaming in the chat. While we're doing that, we'll pick a quiz. I mean,
Caps lock.
we got to do Affleck's quiz while he's hanging out, no?
Oh, of course. Of course. We got Matt out there. All right.
Oh, Affleck's in there. He's in there to take his own quiz. I hope we draw him. That'd be awesome.
All right.
That rig behind you looks a lot like
Yeah, I just put it in super quick. Was paying no attention to idiots. Dirty minds. Bad people. All right, cool.
Affleck, I just got my new monitor because I wanted to be like you. I got the 49-inch wide.
Ooh.
Came yesterday. All right, let's sorry, I'm showing off.
11-19.
We drawn?
Give them another second or so. We're gonna do quiz, Affleck.
11-19.
Of course, let's go. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it. Good luck, guys.
I always bomb Max quizzes. I feel like he mocks me virtually. It's Julius again. Julius, you can't win twice, buddy. Tommy, you are up, man. You are up.
All right, let's do it. Oh, shoot, I got to take that off. And then it shows the other eligible. Why is it not getting everybody?
Defer to Matt. Fair. Did you get your winner?
No, it's just not. Okay, there we go. Now it's getting people. It wasn't registering people before. It was weird.
Cool. You do your thing.
Now let's do it. What's up, Randus? Rolling it now. I rolled it and nothing happened. What the piss? Roll it. Corey P. There it is. All right, Corey.
Yep. Corey up against Tommy. Let's do this.
All right. 11-19. Let's do it.
All right, cool.
All right, in today's quiz,
Good luck, Corey.
we are going to be looking at a tournament hand where we are in the big blind. It's going to fold to the button, who raises off of 35 big blinds to about 2.7 big blinds. We are in the big blind with 10 of hearts, 9 of spades. Should we fold, call, or re-raise to 7,000?
All right, here we are with the 9-10 facing a button raise. Do we 3-bet? Do we flat? What do we do, guys? Can you get a little peek at my monitor? Yeah, I posted it in my Discord there, Maniac. If you scroll up a little bit, I actually posted it in there yesterday. It's on Twitter, too. If you're all on Twitter, I put a picture on Twitter.
Yeah, my bad about that. Rainus actually won. My bad about that, Corey. Rainus actually won. It didn't show up in my Nightbot. So, Rainus, it's on you, my dude. Sorry about the debate, Corey, but, you know, it's poker. You've been debated plenty of times, so.
It's sick as all hell, Maniac. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, my bad. Oh, Corey, it's yours. That's very nice of you, Rainus.
Y'all good? You get your shit worked out?
Yeah, we're good. We got it worked out. We're good. We're ready.
Cool. Let's do it.
We're good.
3-bet or call. What's going on? Tina calling. Chip Credit calling.
Sorry, my submission so much.
Jelly calling. Meatball calling. Affleck. Yeah, Affleck's. I don't know what he's doing over there. Affleck. It's been an issue all day. We love him. We keep him because we love him. Fluidity calling. Machine Gun calling.
All right, what are we doing here? What's everybody doing?
That's why. Affleck's like, that's why he hangs out in my chat, because 6 is Riggs is. That's funny.
Anybody 3-betting? Who
Call
we got here
Julius.
3-betting?
Marlon considering it, but then clicking call.
Wow, the Machine Gun not 3-betting. That's super surprising.
Tommy, what are you doing? I don't see you out there yet, buddy.
So Corey, yeah, it's on you, buddy. Corey's calling. I'm sorry. Ever 3-betting here?
We're still waiting for Tommy.
Oh shit, sorry. Yeah, we gotta wait for Tommy to go. DB Chops is calling. Gravy is calling as well.
I want to fold. Is that wrong? Tommy's calling. What do you think, Sixes? Go ahead.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, it would be my standard to just call this combo mostly, and not really use it as a 3-bet too often. I mean, I guess maybe we could. I don't have it in front of me, but yeah, I would normally just call here and defend. Even though he goes almost 3x, and we're what, a little 30ish effective. I feel like it's an easy defend personally.
Yeah, it's sweet, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Luis, you ever 3-betting here?
No, never 3-betting. What I'm thinking here is if like the opener was like earlier position, I would probably just fold pre-flop, and like the later position the guy is, lean towards calling, just basically because of the sizing. I think it's a bit larger. It looks like it's 3x, so I think it's close.
Yeah, I think it's close, but I think here it's still gonna be wide enough where this is gonna be a pretty easy defend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody here is calling. I see a few 3-bets, but nah.
Everybody calling, and then Julius 3-bet only in Machine Gun's honor. He didn't mean to.
Had to get it in there in his honor.
Did it for Machine Gun.
Machine Gun is reformed.
Yeah, I'm calling too. Yeah, 30 big steep seems like call is the only option, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think we only call here. But, yeah, let's see if Matt has another take on it. Let's do it.
DC says close to the bottom of the defending range. I actually think that is true. Did you call? Sorry.
I mean, I would call it.
I think we have a very easy call here. 10-9 off. Doesn't really fit into our 3-bet range here at about 35, 40 big blinds. 10-9 suited can maybe be a candidate, but I think it's a little too strong. Maybe a hand like 10-7 suited, 10-8 suited, I would 3-bet. I really like to 3-bet the high card, low card offsuit. So hands like Ace-4 offsuit, King-5 offsuit. Those are the types of hands I like to 3-bet here. They don't realize their equity pretty well. They have a good blocker, and we take the initiative, and we realize more equity as the aggressor. But 10-9 offsuit here is just a clear call. I don't think any other option is relevant. Flop comes Queen-Jack-6. We check. We're checking range on this board to the button. We never have a leading range here, and we face a half pot bet. Should we fold, call, raise to 6,500, or raise to 8,000?
Flop the open ender. What we gonna do?
All right. Yep. There we go.
Poker Shack money. We agree. Better call. Definitely a call. Most people agree. Poker Shack.
So forever using this as a check raise. What are you guys thinking?
This is a tourney, Chip Critic. It is an online tournament of some nature. in one of the U.S. facing sites.
I think if we wanted to check raise here, we would need a club, maybe 2 spades in our hand, probably over cards. The open end there, it's nice to have, but I think it fits perfectly in a check calling range for me. If we had like 1 over 1 club, I think that would be a lot better for a check raise candidate.
Team check raise for Luis.
Team check call for Luis.
Yeah.
Oh, did you say check call?
Yeah, he said check call. Yeah, I see a lot of smooth calls agreed with the Caranian Maniac calling. Station's favor says can't really re-raise a third of your stack. Playmaker says, yeah, I think I see a majority calls.
I don't see a single raise out there. I see this is a good one for Matt. He's excited.
Call says, so yeah, Corey did call here. What do you like here?
Marlon 3 check raising it. I always call here.
Did your guy go?
Yeah, he's calling.
I was just trying to get it on record. Where did he go? Oh, he's calling.
He's calling.
Yeah.
You're the one who's in question today.
I know. I'm keeping it.
Check me into this.
No, I'm trying to check myself. So if I ask you, I'm making sure I remember.
Yeah, he called. He called. Yeah. I always call here. I want to realize. I certainly don't want to check raise fold. Our stacks are a little awkward, but not quite awkward enough where we can just jam it. Right. So yeah, call seems pretty standard for me.
Yeah, this is a bit too much equity. I think maybe hands with backdoors and blockers or some stuff like that you were saying earlier. I think those are better candidates. If we have like the king of clubs and something else, yeah, I would like that. But yeah, I'm only calling it. Let's do it. Everybody calling. Click it in.
Apex says he pure calls, but he's always scared his answer's going to be different.
Yeah.
That happened to him when he was a guest one time, so he's traumatized.
But this is still a pretty weak draw.
I remember that.
When we have 2 undercards to the board, it's unlikely. I mean, a 10 or a 9 could be good, but if we check raise and he calls, then it's unlikely that a 10 or 9 is going to be good. If we had a hand like king 10 or king 9, I'd be a little more apt to check raise since we have more equity. Or even if we had a club in our hand, just the ability to bluff on backdoor club draws or have that extra equity helps a lot as well. So I really like just calling this hand. I don't really want to check raise here and then have him shove and we have to fold our 8-out draw since it's not to the nuts, but considering the stack sizes, it's the effective nuts. If we do check raise and hit it, we're happy to get all the money in. So check raising is fine. I just think calling with this hand. Also, like my check raise range here is just we have a lot stronger draws to check raise. So like for value, we don't have queens, we don't have jacks. We can have 6s. We have queen 6 off, jack 6 off, queen 6 suited, jack 6 suited, and like king queen. I think we always 3-bet ace queen, so then we have the king queens also. And then to balance that for bluffs, I would probably check raise my lowest suited aces, so like ace deuce, ace 3, ace 4, ace 5 suited, maybe an ace 9 suited or ace 10 suited of clubs. And then we also have those king 10s, we have king 9s, we just have king X of clubs. We have a lot better hands to check raise that have more equity than our particular hand. So I think this hand just fits fine into a check call range. Turn is a 7 of spades. Doesn't change anything. This is going to be a pure check for us. We're never going to lead. And the pre-flop aggressor checks back, and the river is the deuce of hearts.
Show yourself.
Should we check? Bet 2,500.
All right, what are we doing here, everybody?
10,000.
Stinky going at 10. Matt Affleck always defending queen 6 jack 6 facing 3x size. Somebody asking Affleck a question in chat. 55s in there, 10Ks. What's the army like today?
That's so funny, because I think it's funny that we had a whole conversation that was 4 words long. My 2 words were "oh shit," and yours was "watch yourself."
Easy. We gotta
because we know each other so well. We had a full elaborate conversation right there that nobody heard. Cool. Ginger wants to live closer to me. Come on down, Ginger. You are welcome anytime. Luis, people are asking, do you play online tournaments? You said yes, right? Poker Stars and GG
Poker.
He lives in Canada, so he gets to play the fun sites.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, we got to give the
Jam
guys
Peppers.
a chance.
Jam is like
we're waiting for Corey.
2.5x pot. 5.5, 5.5, 5.5, 5.5. Lots of 5.5s. Maniac says we can't win the Senate showdown, so we bet polar question mark. Pot.
Blast off. Green
for
means go. Blast
messing.
off.
Pot for Dennis.
I feel you, my dude. I'm aggressive, so I like. Okay, Corey went 10, so we're good on this end.
Half pot for Fink Floyd. Poker Shaman says we block missed clubs. I like betting polarized
The button
sizing.
already gave up by
10K.
checking, so he was scared.
Tommy going 10K. Look, the Army's just doing what the Army do.
Yeah. They're your disciples, of course.
They're just doing.
What
You know what I'm doing.
All right, we went on our end since we're almost to the same. Louis, what are you doing
Chip
here?
credit, plead the
Luis?
fifth.
I really like this hand actually. It starts like it's buttoned, who bets into the big blind. We check call. So when we check call, equity shift in the big blind's favor because the button is betting like he's betting really wide. He has some bluff. When we check call, our range is a lot more narrow. On the turn, it goes check check. So villain is quite capped. And solvers after this line, check call on the flop, check on the turn. Solvers for out of position, they like to go bunker here. So they really like to bet like 50% of their range here, and they're gonna use like larger sizings. So that's why I really, really like this hand, because I think this is the perfect spot basically to go like pot size here. And play like really, really close to a GTO solution, I think.
Just got adopted into the Toe Army. You hear that, Sixes?
Yeah.
Hurt Hammer, Team Hurt Hammer.
Yeah, just 10K.
10K, bang.
We gotta use this big sizing as well here for sure. Maximum fold equity and put a lot of pressure on some of the ace highs and things like that he will have. So, yeah. 10K here.
Affleck says it goes 10K here. Also bet any QX for 10K and bet a lot of good JX for 10K. Betting small is also fine too, but checking never an option here. Yeah, we got to bet for value for sure. Or not bet for value, but bet as a bluff because we have 10 high for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's really interesting because when he checks turn, he does have just missed air, which we can go small and get it done. But there's only one way to get a jack to fold. That's 10K.
A jack's never folding, but yeah. When all the draws miss, I would think no, but let's do it. 10K. Well, we can make like the under pairs to the jack. I think we put those in a lot of spots, but
make it real hard.
Jack.
And I always tell Sixes, these fucks always call 2/3 pot.
If you, I mean,
you gotta put the hammer down.
Pocket eights, pocket fours and stuff like that. Let's go big. All right.
Yep.
10K.
Big for us.
I think it's good here to have two bet sizings. I think we have a small block bet sizing of about a quarter pot, 2,500, and then I think we can have a very large polar sizing of about full pot, 10,000. We could probably even have an all-in sizing of 2x pot, but I think using either 2,500 or 10,000 are both fine. In the 10,000 range, we are going to have hands like every combination of Queen 7 offsuit and suited, every combination of Jack 7 offsuit and suited, every combination of 6-7 offsuit and suited, except maybe 6-7 of clubs that we check raise on the flop, possibly pocket sevens, possibly pocket deuces. We will have Queen deuce suited, Jack deuce suited, 6 deuce suited. So we do have some strong hands here, and I also think hands like Queen 10, Queen 9, Queen 8 are also strong enough to just bet 10,000. Those are the hands that can use the large sizing, and to balance that as bluffs, we kind of want to match up our bluffs with the kicker. We don't use that large sizing for a lot of one pair hands. It's just going to be a queen, but since we check, king queen, we probably just check raise on the flop. So like our strongest queens that we're going to use are like Queen 10, Queen 9. So this hand is fine, I think, to use in both sizings. You want to be thinking here, what will our opponent make the biggest mistake against? And our opponent raised on the button and c-bet here. He can have tons of ace highs, tons of king highs, king nines, king eights, ace 7, ace 8, ace 9, ace 10. He can have 7x. He just has a lot of unpaired weak hands, and the 2,500 chip bet is meant to target those. The 10,000 chip bet is meant to make him indifferent with calling with like his jacks and his sevens. And so the queen is going to call either way. He probably doesn't have many queens. And so you got to imagine here, is this player going to overfold more to the small bet? So if he starts folding all his ace highs and like hands like
Sorry
pocket
about
threes
the
and pocket
notes.
fours, if we bet 2,500, then he's gonna be over folding to that bet, and therefore that bet's gonna show more profit. If he always calling with those hands, and then to the 10,000 bet, he starts folding hands like a jack, a 7 all the time, all his ace highs, he's gonna be over folding to that bet. So you need to ask yourself, what size bet is your opponent going to overfold more to? And that just depends on different board textures. That depends on your type of opponent. It depends on the situation. So always ask yourself, what's your opponent going to make the biggest mistake against here? I made a pretty big mistake here and just checked. I need to bluff some size here. Basically, my hand is worth 0% of the pot. I never win at showdown. And in order for bluffing to be more profitable than checking, I just need him to overfold to whatever bet size I'm making. So as long as I think he's going to fold, so for example, if I bet 10,000, he's getting 2-to-1 odds. So he needs to continue with half of his range. If he folds more than 50% of the time, then 10-9 is going to be better to bluff with than to check, and I think he will fold more than 50% of the time. If I bet the small size, 2,500, we are going to be offering him 5-to-1 odds. So if he starts folding more than like 30%, 20%, like we're going to be making profit there. So we don't have to. He doesn't have to overfold much here for bluff to be more profitable than checking, since we win the pot basically 0% of the time. I do check and we lose to ace-8 off. And this is the prime example of a hand that we would put in a tough spot with that small 2,500 chip bet. Always it would fold to the 10K bet, obviously. But I think we should have bet, and we definitely lost a pot there we shouldn't have.
Honestly, I love that hand because it illustrates, like, we all do this sometimes. Nobody's immune to missing this bluff spot, but yeah, it illustrates like we should definitely be just turning this into a bluff. And I love the fact that people in chat are calling the great Matt Affleck a super net when he's actually in chat, and nobody's.
Oh God, you just don't know Affleck that well.
Nobody in the world.
He does a real good job
he's a beast.
Projecting an image.
He's a fucking beast.
Because Affleck is
nobody
not
in the world
is
not
immune. Scared.
Yeah. And congratulations, Corey, on a perfect score. Would you guys get perfect as well?
Perfect score. We're flipping again. Mike Cash, thank you for the raid.
Win a flip. Let's win another
flip. Poker says, makes sense. At the same time, it's odd to bet a marginal made hand with a polarizing size. The only thing is, when he checks the turn, our hand is
obviously
now,
you guys are joking.
No more marginal, right? We're kind of at the top of our range because he capped his range.
It's cool.
Chat. Flipping it.
Everybody gets needled.
All right. Who was this? This was Tommy. Call it, buddy. Heads or tails?
All right, let's win a flip. One more time. Let's win a flip. No, they call. Wait a minute.
Affleck laughing. Nitty mad! Exclamation point. He says. Tails again.
He picks tails.
Heads, says Tommy. Tommy says heads. That was somebody else saying tails. All right, heads we go. It is one time. Tails. He runs so pure. He flips so pure.
Dude, we won. I tell you, we're winning so good on flips. We haven't lost a flip around these parts in weeks, boy. I can't wait. I love it. We're on fire. And Corey, thank you for the. In the meantime, Corey, who won and got the perfect score, gifted 5 subs to the community. Really appreciate that, buddy. That's big time supporter of the channel. Appreciate you, man. That's a lot of runs.
Says, God, that's an embarrassing check. Don't worry, you only did it live on stream, man. It was not that big of a deal. Welcome to our life. They get to see all the shit we do. All right, guys. I think that's a wrap. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think that's good. Let's give Louis a chance to kind of promote anything. You want to plug anything? I know where we hang out a lot, but
what you got on,
promote, buddy?
Well, I want to say thanks to you guys basically for having me. I've had lots of fun. I take care of the poker coaching study group. If you guys want to come and study a little bit, just join me. We go at it 3 days a week, basically Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And we like to review hands and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Make sure you join in. It's in the pokercoaching.com Discord chat. They go deep. They do PIO. They do GTO Trainer. They do full hand history reviews. They look at spots. They look at dedicated spots, you know. So make sure you check out that. It's very valuable. 3 days a week. They're going hours and hours and hours.
Yo.
Those things are going to be ending up on the pokercoach.com site.
Yeah, if you can't make it.
Yeah. So if you can't make it, you can watch the replays. Sixes is in there. I'm in there. Matt was in there on Friday. So you get a lot of us drop by as well. So make sure you check that out. Exclamation point PC in my chat, exclamation point PC in Sixes chat for a link to sign up for procoaching.com for free. It's Jonathan Little's coaching site. You got content from all of us, as well as Matt Affleck, Jonathan Jaffe, Lexi Gavin, Evan Jarvis, Acevedo, Assassinato. Who else? I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. There's webinars every week. You can go in and get personal experience with these guys. Quizzes, homeworks, more content that you could possibly consume. Exclamation point PC in the chat. If you like this one and you want to see this one, any of the ones we've ever done in the past, exclamation point YouTube in the chat. You can go back, check those out. If you have a question for me, for Sixes, for Luis, for any of the guests we've had in the past, I will make sure that gets to you and gets answered. And it was a great time, my man. Sixes, as always. You know I love you, buddy.
Oh, yeah, good times, man. And, yeah, we really appreciate that, Luis. I mean, I really enjoyed studying a lot this week. I think we have we play a lot of situations similar, and it's a lot of fun, you know.
Yeah, man, we had a really good time, honestly.
Yeah, I've been, you know, I mean, I study and work a lot when I have the time to. So, yeah, I'll get in there as much as possible. So if you guys can get in there, it's cool. And yeah, appreciate the support. Make sure to give my man Toe a follow. Yes. And Corey, thank you for those biddies as well. You guys fucking rock, helping grow this community. We're all just trying to get better, you know, together. And let's keep doing it, guys.
Yeah, I forgot that one. Sixes. Make sure you click my follow button and Sixes follow button. Little heart-shaped icon right about there on your screen. Click it. It's free. We appreciate it. It does help. Thank you very much. Sixes. 16 bits. Thank you, Chip Critic. Who do you want to throw the host to, my man? I see Poker Bras. I see Evan, of course.
Yeah, it's got to be somebody with the poker coaching community, since kind of, you know, a lot of people from the poker coaching, especially the study group, is here. I've seen a lot. Thank the guys from the study group for coming out and showing some support. Absolutely. I appreciate you guys. It was fun hanging out with you guys.
I mean, you guys saw that thumbnail we made for Luis, right? Like, how do you not come in with a thumbnail like that? Six is like, you got to see this picture. I saw it. It's perfect.
I snap called it. Yeah,
we're rolling with it. It's beautiful.
So
we're going Evan Jarvis? That the deal?
Yeah, we got to go Evan for sure. No, the times are Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, and it runs. I've been in there at 5 p.m. So it runs like, you know, 7 hours, 6-7 hours. Generally, guys go hard. My man's up here running the show. I'll be in there 4 or 5 hours, you know, on and off doing business stuff and that. So you must be a poker coaching member. I'm not sure if it's a premium member, but you must be at least a member of the community, and it's in the Discord. I'm sorry I don't have the channel prepared here, but it's in a poker coaching Discord. In the study groups is where you'll find a link to the Zoom. So do a little bit of work, homework, get in there, check it out in the Discord, and I'll catch you guys there if you're there, and I will see you tomorrow on the streets. Let's kick it to Evan, my dude. Yeah.
All right, guys. Yeah, you got a good point there as well. Thank you for the follow, Mr. Wolf is a Fish, and thank you for the 100 bits. Hold them nuts.
Yeah, we'll start adding a link to the Discord and this for the study stream and stuff. I think that's good.
Yeah, I'll actually put a link in my Discord since you guys, a lot of you are joined up in there, so you can join there. And that's it. I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Peace out, guys. Thank you.
Peace out, guys. Thanks.
Yep. All right. That was fun.